Hey, good morning, Inner Circle. I've got reminders in my office today, and so not necessarily just for you, this one's for you, but this one is something that I'm actually working to blueprint in my mind, so I want it by me all the time while I'm working in my office. That's a tip for you. The things that you want to remember in your business, take a big piece of paper and put it by where you work. Grab your pen and paper because I want to focus today on where your focus should be. We're obviously installing apps. We're working on free apps for your business, but I want to reel you in a little bit and always remind you that it's not the tools that we're using that are making money. Number one, it's relationship. Number two, it's connection. And number three, it's communication. Simply having a relationship with people doesn't mean that you're necessarily connecting or having communication properly. And so all of our focus is constantly around marketing. The reason that businesses fail each and every year is simply because they lack the ability to market in the appropriate way in the time period or maybe the channel that they're marketing on. One of the biggest challenges that I see right now is that people try way too many messages, way too many platforms. They're constantly testing things and they never give anything a consistent amount of time out in the marketplace to give them appropriate data, give them the information that they need to find so that their focus is going in the right way. We're working on an app, but never confuse app versus mobile. You see, the mobile culture is what's being driven right now. People are connecting on an iPad. People are connecting on an iPhone. But that does not necessarily mean they're only using apps. It means that the connectivity and the communication has gone from, oh, let me look in my office here. Can I do it? Let me see. You guys are probably laughing your heads off. Gone from this, which is a MacBook Air, which actually was a big downsize from a big, like 17-inch. A lot of people were using major desktops. Then they went to laptop replacements where the whole computer was replaced with a laptop. Then they went into connectivity and even mobility with this. This thing could go into my purse. Then we shrunk to something like this, very similar in size, but getting smaller. And we got even smaller with something like this. By looking at this, these are the tools that people are connecting with, and apps flow into here. We're definitely going to an app-driven culture, but I don't want you to be confused that all of your focus should be on apps and how to run apps and which apps we should be using and blah, 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 blah. Your focus, the reason that we've been able to generate now over $3 million through social media is not because I'm a big old social media marketing expert. Actually, I'm a direct response marketer and a copywriter. I'm a relationship expert who for 15 years has been building businesses online. 11 companies. One of them was in direct sales, but that certainly was not my whole business training. Business training in e-commerce, business training in copywriting, business training in marketing, and being able to do all aspects of internet marketing, bringing all of that together. One of the biggest reasons that I've had success in multiple areas of business is because of direct response marketing, communication and connection, and understanding where people are. As a matter of fact, when I was in direct sales and people would tell me all the time to use traditional home parties and hotel meetings and face-to-face, I used to take all of that on a conference line and bring it into videos, and I would do even presentations that a lot of people were doing on a phone on a sizzle line, outdated, and I would do them on a video just like this. And I get people who say, I don't care what you have to offer, I want a part of it and I want to be a part of it. The reason being is because I used today's connectivity, today's tools with direct response marketing methods. Now, apps are just a tool that are being driven inside the mobile culture, but I want to be careful that you're not focusing on this so much, and you need to make sure, where's my little trusty marker? This is where your focus is. Okay, this I'm helping you with right now so that you can have your content going into a free app, which honestly should just be your blog, Facebook, Twitter, and videos. I mean, if that was the simplest of what you did, you now gave another way to connect through mobile on an app. But don't get all obsessed and worried and confused and everything else. I want to teach you this month on how to direct people through a mobile culture. That's why in September, I'm going to talk to you about how do you respond to people on Facebook? How do you respond on Twitter and close the deal? How do you answer a question appropriately with a link to a product without ever saying buy this and you're getting a ton of people who buy it? How do you do that? It's the mobile culture and learning how to speak direct response marketing and copywriting, because I'm not necessarily speaking it like I am here. I'm typing it on my keyboard. I'm typing it on my iPhone. I recently just got my iPad upgraded to 64 gigabytes and 4G connectivity because I can sit here. I went for some blood tests this morning. Everything's doing awesome. They actually are finding some underlying things within my adrenals and pituitary and thyroid. It's really exciting because I'm evidence that things are working great. Look younger, don't look 47, do I? Well, the fun thing is that all the blood tests are revealing some of the healing and the things we need to continue to fix so that all of this gets well. But the neat thing is I'm able to take this anywhere, pull up Facebook, Twitter. Yeah, I'm using apps to do it, but is what I'm using the critical key, or is it where people are that's the critical key? Is the tool that I'm using is using this little Hootsuite app the big deal? No, it's what I'm saying through the mobile culture, connecting with people, that is making a big difference. So write this down. Number one, I want you to schedule in Hootsuite the announcement of your app. If your app's not done, then don't announce it. Take your free offer. Announce your blog. The simple thing is that social media runs so quickly. I want to make sure that you're scheduling at least once, if not twice a day, one specific target from your blog, from what you're doing through social media. Direct people back to your blog through these automatic tools. That's going to be a big key. Say to them simple things like, just another way to connect with us through the whatever app. I'm excited to be with you more throughout the day. That's it. You don't have to say, get it now, buy now. No. You don't have to go off on making sure you have your developer license and you have all this other kind of stuff. Some of you are ready for that, but those of you who are not, this is the inner circle, by the way. Okay? I've got my rubies and my diamonds and my VIPs and my millionaire masterminds as well who are in here. But inner circle traditionally is for the beginners. So my more advanced people, go on, get your developer license. Go ahead, talk to me in the more advanced coaching groups. Go ahead and get on the one-on-one calls you have with me. But I want to talk to the majority of the over 220 people in this group who are starting out initially. The platform is mobile. Not getting obsessed about the apps. The only reason I have you working in Conduit right now is for you to understand how content gets to this app. If I can get you creating a free app, and some of you got it created in 5 seconds, I can show you how fast content feeds into an app. And then when I tell you that Google itself is now a fully powered app, whether you plug into it on your laptop, whether you plug into it on this trusty device, doesn't matter, this trusty device, Google is now a fully functionable app. The reason it grabs everything into its app so quickly is the same reason that this Conduit's grabbing all of your content. This is really critical information. You understand how quickly that works. The other thing is that WordPress as well has been changing a lot of things so that they can be a fully functional app. One of the recent updates, I'll pull it up, in WordPress has changed, as you saw in the group, a lot of how we're connecting in here. It's looking more and more like the back office that you have in your WordPress site. I believe that this will become fully functional like an app. And here's the other thing. Why would WordPress be doing that? Because in order to feed its content-rich content into app-driven things like Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus, Instagram, etc., it's got to be app compliant. And you working on an app is just a simple tool of you understanding the whole mobile culture that we're going to be talking about this month. Okay? We're going to be talking more about it this month. I look forward to working with you. And always remember, The transcripts of your prayers are becoming the script of your life. In plain English, that means that if I were to take everything you said to God today and write it on a piece of paper, that's the kind of life that's waiting for you tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. My friends, go bold or go home. Go big or go home. Your prayers are defining your future. If you're only asking God with the traditional bless this and please help me with that, that's why we have a bankrupt life like we do, lacking in all areas. I dare you to ask him for things that are ridiculously impossible to a human to create. That's where he shows up. I'm living proof, because I should have been gone a long time ago. And as you can tell, I'm not leaving anytime soon. So I'll talk to you soon and see you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.